We started?
I don't know. We can start whenever you want. You want to start now?
Welcome back to Hanger Slang.
Welcome back.
Glad to have you.
We're really glad to have you guys tonight because we got a special show. That's for sure. Ty's known him for a while, quite a bit.
I grew up with this person. Hate him so much. Not a great guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's coming on the pod.
Whatever, though. We'll get through it, right?
Oh, man. I'm just kidding. This guy is my brother. I love him. He's awesome. And without further ado, Asher Shashaty.
Yes, sir. Yeah, great energy from the crowd tonight. Want to point that out. Great energy.
Wow.
Yeah, just pop
By the
those.
way, nothing's...
I brought you this.
No way.
No. Oh.
For me.
Flex that. Flex that.
I'm putting
Dang.
it on.
Yeah,
I'm putting this on.
Yeah, put it on.
I got it.
Definitely. We'll cut to Asher, so yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna put like a big blob right there.
That, though. You know
You're right. That gets us. That's where the views are at right there.
They are.
Hey, while we're doing all this background noise, font of the week, Nanito. A font with a clear message, a bold but subtle attitude. Unmistakably mistakable. That's how I would describe this font. So with that, we give it a 7 out of 10
7 out of 10.
on this week's font. Asher, how are you, dude?
Did you just rate the font?
Yeah.
That you used for the
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of a vibe.
Yeah. What would you rate it, to be honest? You can't look at the questions, though.
It's literally... Look at it. Give it back already.
Yeah,
Stop.
why did I give that to him?
No. I'm just reading my name. Okay.
Yeah.
This definitely ruins the
I don't
flow.
know, dude. It looks alright.
We are
Right?
just breaking the flow
I would
now.
definitely
I think
I
7
would
out of
maybe-
10 is an
yeah.
accurate
Yeah.
representation for it.
maybe a 6. It's pretty basic.
Okay.
I
yeah.
would definitely go with something that looks like that.
Yeah.
You know, the kingdom.
It's like an iced
old,
coffee.
like, you know.
Edison.
Basic.
Yeah.
What's going on, Asher? How's life?
Life is pretty good right now, dude.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
It's just fun, you know.
Dude, it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
while. How long has it been since y'all did a pod?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it Jackson?
Yeah, it was Jackson.
Yeah.
That's what, 3 weeks?
3 weeks. Well,
Yeah.
maybe a month, to be honest.
Yeah, too long. But
We're doing one now.
Yeah.
So,
But I forgot to light it. All right, you ask him the first question while I light it.
all right, Asher.
Spark
Welcome to
up
Hanger
that
Slang.
incense. What up,
Why
Tybo?
did you agree to come on the podcast me and Gio have created?
Well, it just seemed like perfect timing because we did that music video today, and the way that track correlates with this pod, everything just kind of lined up perfectly.
You do
And
have
here
a
we
song
are,
coming
dude.
out, and it is the intro to our podcast. If you haven't heard it yet, well, you've heard it because we're kind of dope. But you have heard it, and it's the intro, and there's a little something else.
Real
in
cool
there for you.
song. Real nice song. I enjoy it.
Good looks, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been liking hearing like your progression for music. You know, like how kind of I would say like the last couple years, just the way you've kind of changed. You know, the way you make the music, the way it sounds different. One
Yeah.
question I'll ask you, kind of just up front with music, would you say you have like a signature sound?
Not really. I think that there's a lot of different things that I do within my production and through every step of it that makes the songs that I make as a whole signature rather than a signature sound as just one singular thing that I put into my tracks.
Yeah.
I've always tried to do things my own way in every aspect of the production. So doing that has made it take a little bit longer for me to figure things out, but once I did figure things out, I just had my own way of doing it all. So
Yeah.
it pulled it together a little bit better for me in making my music unique and stuff like that, yeah.
Kind of having like your own unique like creative process with your music.
Yeah.
And totally. To kind of step back here, when I was first writing up the little draft here, I was thinking, what's like my first memory of Asher, you know?
Oh, God.
And it goes back. It goes back.
I was cringe back in the day, dude.
Oh, this is a good one.
Here's what I'll say though, like my first like distinct memory of you Because I got invited over to Tyrus' house. He's like, yo, like, we're going to have a bunch of people just playing airsoft all day. I'm like, all right. And we got all our, our spring-loaded guns. It's like, shoot once, click it, shoot it again. And all of a sudden, I come around, like, the side yard, and I just see you posted up with some OP gun. I don't know what type of gun it was, but I remember the rest of the day, people were like, dude, stay away from Asher, bro. Like, do not mess with that kid.
Like a fully automatic AR.
Just
Shoots like
railing
1,000
people.
FPS.
Because I knew with you guys, y'all were younger, and I knew how I felt when I was your guys' age.
Yeah.
And I was at an age where I was just kind of like raging, bro. So like I wanted to just light you guys up, and I knew y'all would just be scared, and y'all wouldn't give me any heat back for it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna take these fools out.
Yeah, he did that for sure.
That definitely happened.
That's crazy. The first thing I think about is like pole vault prints. Like you
Oh,
just
yeah.
always pole vaulting. But hey,
Yeah, that was
we
fun.
have-
That was fun.
crazy how one guy could be so different as for two people.
I would 1v1 him whenever we get into fights, and we'd get into fights all the time. And in airsoft, I'd 1v1 in airsoft, and somehow he would always hide from me so well, and then come up behind me, put the gun to my calf, and just fire
Oh,
right on my calf.
That
And it
I'm
hurt
dirty.
so bad, man. I remember just running and just jumping into the bushes head first just to avoid him, and then never showed me any mercy.
Wow.
No. The game
One
wasn't
time.
It's
over
the man you are
either at
today,
that
though.
point.
It's the man you are today, though. Thanks to that.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of fights, if anyone wants to look up a great video, Asher beats up Tyrus on YouTube.
Stop it.
I've been trying to get
Oh
that
my
on YouTube for so long.
I can't log
dude.
into the account.
I can't either. I can't. I'd have to email.
It's there
I
forever.
need to email YouTube or something.
If you want to see 2010, Asher and Tyrus go at it. Yeah.
Screw Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
That fight was nothing until you see me entire scrap on the
It
trampoline.
was a pretty big pay-per-view.
Just seemed like every punch, and you had the left. You know what I noticed? You had the left-handed glove too. Are you left-handed?
No,
No.
that was the crutch because I knew Tyrus needed it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm gonna still beat Tyrus up, anyways.
Kevin.
That's what the thing is titled,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I beat up Tyrus.
Yeah.
How many views does that have? Not.
I think it's got like 300 views.
Wow.
300 million.
1,000. I mean, yeah, 300,000. And Kevin Brown was filming that.
Kevin Brown was filming it.
Yeah.
I have to
And
show
that's
him
a segue, kind of.
that. That is
What? How do you know Kevin Brown?
through you, bro.
Through
He used
me,
to be your
yeah.
best
I
bud, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've talked to Kevin Brown, bro.
He's making a track with him, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working on a lot of different things.
Wow.
And-
Kevin Brown making music, dude.
Yeah. He
That's cool.
approached me, and normally, like, when I get approached on someone in that scene, especially, like, maybe one of Tyrus's, like, friends from back in the day,
Or
somebody
just like
younger.
a rapper.
Yeah, or just a rapper in general. Sometimes it's hard for me to be like, all right, this is about to be good.
Yeah.
Let me,
Yeah.
And then I heard what he sent me and things he recorded, and I was like, wow, wow, okay, this isn't just like another person spitting bars. Like this is actually pretty good. So he just came over and we started working on music, and we have like 3 tracks in the works now, and we're finishing up the first one,
Well,
and it sounded really fire.
that's cool. I'm
Yeah, it's
interested
cool.
in that.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll
yeah,
show you.
yeah, definitely.
It's a trip because like it was so random. It's weird how things come together like that.
Yeah. No, for sure. I would love to hear Kevin Brown. Just the thought of that.
He sounds good, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he knows
Haven't
what
heard
he's
any
doing,
yet.
and it's different too.
Cool. When did you start making music?
Probably right out of high school.
Yeah.
So like 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been quite a while now.
Yeah, it's been a while, but kind of like you said, like around 2 years ago is when the progression became something that was more real.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out things more for the first like few years,
Yeah.
and making real legitimate music wasn't very easy until about 2 years ago when I started figuring out how to complete full songs and make them full and unique and sound good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the progression has been slow, but it's been awesome to just go through all the steps
Mm-hmm.
and just make it happen the way I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
Even though it's been happening a little slower than I expected,
Mm-hmm.
it's just
And I bet as you looking back at it, you know, that's something you could say like, wow, I'm really proud. Like I've gotten to this point now, you know.
Definitely.
Just seeing, yeah, like we've said the past couple of years, you know, the way it's kind of shifted.
Yeah, I think sticking through the parts where you think you're gonna get nowhere is the most important thing. And that's honestly what I'm most proud of, is the fact that I'm still doing it right now. And I've gotten to the point where I've accepted in my head that even if I don't make it in music and it isn't something I make a career out of, I'm gonna be doing it no matter what, because I love doing it now. And when it changes to being something for you, I think that's when people start to grab onto it and gravitate to it and love your music, because that's when it starts to sound good, because that's when you're having fun.
Yeah.
And once you start having fun, that's when you kind of realize, like, it's not all about just making it. It's about doing it because it's awesome.
Totally.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Why EDM?
I think when I heard EDM for the first time, I was just, like, shook.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was going on or what went into making music at all. And I kind of went from, like, alt-rock, even screamo, into, like, rap, but I still kept that alt-rock and screamo a little bit within my music taste. And once I heard, like, Skrillex and even Cruella and a bunch of people back in the day, it just opened. It seemed like that's where music was going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you progress further than what instruments are giving you?
Yeah.
You go to the computer and you make something bigger. You make something better and fatter, and things that are more than what you could even imagine to do on natural instruments.
Totally.
I didn't realize how big the scene was. When for EDM, you were just thinking, oh, this is like just like the crazy dubstep, like alien sounding stuff that like only some people like. And then I went to my first like festival, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is like an entire lifestyle. It's like a culture. It's
It is. It's a whole culture
insane.
now.
Yeah, it's a whole scene, and that kind of grabbed me too. Is like, I would listen to Skrillex, Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites.
Yeah.
Like, that song hooked me a lot, and I would repeat it. Like, I would listen to it a lot during school. And then once I went to a show, and I saw Crisley at Cinema, yeah. And I saw the culture, and I was just mind blown. And there was people playing music on stage. I was like, what are they even doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so weird that I was just like, I didn't even really understand it.
Yeah.
But I knew I was captivated by it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would say like this past year, like before then, like I had really no experience with EDM, like if any. And we went to the venue in Fort Lauderdale, listened to Blunts and Blondes. And that was like my first experience, and I get in there, and I it was totally a shook factor. Like what is going on? Like
it's trippy, dude.
Yeah, and
it's
I like
whoa,
when
what?
Tyrus was like showing me his songs, I was like, yeah, that's like I love the songs, but like I couldn't imagine just like being there for like 4 or 5 hours and like being into it. And then once you're there, you're like, okay, I see.
This makes sense.
I see how people do this, So that's crazy to me, like how like the energy is.
Yeah.
The
You
energy.
almost can't.
Crazy. Like, there's people out there, I'm just like, you gotta come to festival. EDM? No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I'm gonna go to Rolling Loud.
You almost
Like,
can't
bro, what are you
appreciate.
doing?
You almost can't appreciate EDM until you see it live once.
That is-
but once
that
you
is
see it
partly true.
once, it's like, okay,
You get what they're doing.
I understand why this music is made now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yes.
it's like,
That's
now
so
I
true.
can appreciate every song I hear.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like a release It's like a therapy for I think a lot of people at these festivals.
Oh, totally.
That are
Definitely.
just like that built up, ready, then they drop, and they don't know what's gonna happen. They don't know how it's gonna sound. They're just
Yeah.
it's
I
insane.
mean,
You're just like, whoa.
we went to
Yeah.
Miami. We took Steve for the first time to kind of his first EDM experience.
Hippie
Saw
Sabotage.
Hippie, and he was blown away at the time.
It was pretty cool, yeah.
They played a heavy set, right?
Yeah, pretty heavy. For heavier than for what I thought with Hippie, that's for sure.
Yeah,
No, it was really
happy.
cool, yeah.
I remember you told me, like, they didn't play
Yeah.
No.
like their chill stuff as much. They played, like, a
they
bunch
didn't
of
play
heavy
any
stuff.
of their new album, but I still enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
fun. We saw
So did I. It was
Sober.
cool, yeah.
Steven was
Is Wrong
grooving.
Time on their new album? Is that
I
the
love
one?
that song, dude.
That song
Don't
is
even
nice,
say-
dude.
no,
It's a vibe.
Shut up. I hate that song. Actually, I love it, but I hate it. I don't know.
It's a vibe.
It's so good. Like,
I feel like that's EDM though. Do you love it? Do you hate it? It's just a vibe. Yeah.
it's true.
And EDM is in everything. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like even rap, it's rarely like the drums are rarely recorded on a drum kit live.
Oh, totally.
Like everything is made electronically.
Yeah.
And it's weird to think about like
And I feel-
how that all where do you even draw the line? Like I guess yeah,
Yeah. No,
hip hop
what's
is hip hop and
would you say EDM
but
is
that's
just
always
like
been weird.
crazy build-ups and then just dope beats, but the beats are just like crazy sounds? Like you're just making beats, but you're just trying to make the beats with the most insane sound.
basically, and you pick fatter drums,
Yeah.
then like snares that are just like huge, instead of like cracking like type of like snares for like your hip hop beats, you know?
Yeah. You
You
kind of
make
like
everything bigger.
Yeah, you get away from like the classic sense of music, and it, for me, like EDM's like just like almost like just this like undiscovered territory still. That's how I see it. Like there's still so much to be like made with it.
Yeah.
And like my favorite drops is just when it's like so different that like I've never heard these sounds before, and the way they can put it together in a song, like that's what I really respect
It's
about
like
EDM.
discovering a new color. Like, why I
Yeah,
haven't seen
yeah.
this color before? They have freaking purple. Like,
yeah, yeah.
but
Honestly,
it's like sounds. Like I haven't heard that ever. So it's new and it's cool. And E
Yeah.
EDM.
EDM, get on it. If you ain't on the train yet, hop on. Would you say like any artist in particular like inspired you? I know you're talking like about Skrillex when you first kind of, but like when you first like sat down and you're like, I'm gonna start making music. Like, were there any that you look to that you're like, you know what, I like this guy's vibe. Like I like kind of what he's doing.
Yeah, I loved Nightmare at the beginning when I was getting into things more. I met him, and that kind of made me like him even more because I found him in his like super early stages,
Oh yeah.
and because of that, I just thought that was like super epic. That I was able to like meet him because nobody else
Yeah.
stuck around for his show, but I decided to because I looked into him the day before the show.
Yeah.
And then, so I've always liked him, and the trappy aspects of my music, I would say I get a lot of dubstep and like the, like electronic trap. You know what I'm talking about, Ty? Like
Yeah.
that heavier trap music that like Riot 10 will make a good amount of
Oh, yeah.
times, and
Yeah.
Nightmare and Slander.
Nightmare is, I feel like, more sporadic.
Yeah.
More creative. Riot 10, you know what you're getting.
Definitely.
You just, it's
That's a good way to describe it, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, besides that, once I got into it more, like Flume and
is so
even Odezzo not as much, but like Flume in LA, I would listen to him all the time. And once you get into music production enough, you don't listen to music anymore. You study it every time you're listening. So you're picking things apart. You can sometimes kick back and listen to things as a whole, but for the most part, you're picking things apart and you hear the song for the separate pieces that are in it.
Yeah, and you're saying to yourself, wow, I really like this sound. Like, what is this sound, Out of all the different sounds he's putting together, you're kind of trying to channel that one.
Yeah, and figure out how he works that sound and how it's so perfect. Like,
Yeah, how it goes together.
yeah.
Yeah.
And once you get good enough at making things, you can understand what they're doing in the tracks. And then once you can piece together all of that, it's like, why wouldn't you study every time you listen?
Yeah.
And so I learned a lot from Flume, 21 Pilots. I love the way,
Shout out.
yeah, his
Honestly.
message is just awesome.
And no one gets it. I feel like not a lot of people really get the 21 Pilots and like what they're doing.
yeah,
They think they see outside of it and they're just like, it's kind of like corny, like whatever. It's cool, I guess. But I don't think anyone really realizes how like deep their music can actually get.
yeah. I don't think if you think 21 Pilots is corny, you haven't heard enough of their music. All you've heard is what's on the radio.
Exactly.
And they don't like what they have on the radio, and the songs that have more value and meaning, in my opinion, are the ones that never hit the radio, and they know that. And like just the message behind everything he has to say. He never puts religion to it. He never labels it or anything.
Yeah.
He's just literally telling you what it should be and how things should really be.
Yeah.
In just like straight love rather than anything else. And if you listen through all of their stuff, you know who Tyler Joseph is.
Yeah.
By the time you listen to like 2 or 3 albums, because he wants you to know who he is, so that when you hear his words, you know he's being genuine. You know what I mean? And you know that what he's saying, he means and feels and lives.
Totally.
Yeah, so I really like him for the aspect of he's taught me how to be a better man. Tyler Joseph, for sure. And even outside of that, in music, you won't hear about him. You don't see paparazzi in his face. You don't. He's one of the most famous people, both of them, Josh Dunn and Tyler Joseph. They're some of the most famous people.
Videos have gotten like 80 billion views on some videos. I'm like,
more than anybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, they surpass anybody on views on YouTube. From what I've seen, like, they're bigger than anybody. And their following is like cult following that isn't overboard like a lot of these cult followings are. It has nothing to do with drugs. It's just all about the music and what Tyler has to say. But even like it's even the cult following, it's rare to have the people that actually know what he's talking about and live by it too.
And I just want to say, I don't know if it's 80 billion. I don't know if that sounds stupid. I think it's like 1 billion, 2 billion, but I don't know if it's 80 billion views. I
think it might be a little bit more than it's a lot. Because I know they have hundreds of millions.
They're like, wow, it's 80 billion. Like, that's not possible. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there now.
It's a lot, though. 100%.
We've gotten death threats. Like, thousands. Steven, someone literally threatened Steven. How?
No.
Yeah.
Not the tripod.
The tripod.
Not the tripod.
Excellent transition. Anyway, right where I was wanting to go. So listen, I want you to explain to the fans who don't know. You said in one of the comments on our Instagram pictures, I mean, I don't know if you haven't, for the viewers who are not following on Instagram, you should. Anyway,
yes, you
said, quote, Steven, you're the tripod of the podcast. Can you explain that to people who don't understand it? I understood it.
So, first of all, a tripod would not stand with only 2 legs.
Okay.
First of all. And you within yourself are a tripod. And I got that because
How so?
Tyrus let me know about your giant...
What?
And he let me know in a vlog, so I had to expand on that because you're a tripod within yourself. You are a human tripod with your 3rd leg.
Yeah, just to be clear, I wasn't like going over to him and be like, "Yo, Steve's got a huge."
No, he pulled me aside one time
I don't
during
know if
family dinner.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
okay
I
with
need
that.
to tell you right now.
At least
come
I
here.
made the dinner talk. Some way or another, I made it to dinner.
It's
That's cool.
been on my mind forever.
There we go.
Bro. Steve's got a huge hog, and
Yo,
And
Steve's
here
talking,
we are.
bro. Yeah, and here we are talking about it. I just want to get, I just want to understand.
I'll
it.
just
You're
say-
truly someone that
I don't think you'll
look up to,
understand
so-
ever fully.
I'll just-
I don't
that's
know if
fine.
I understand fully.
I'll just say there's a reason we put Steve behind a desk.
I just want to. It's beautiful the way you put
it
that.
weighs more than him.
He said it's beautiful.
It weighs
I
more
bet
than
it is,
him.
Steve. I bet it is.
Ah, man, literally like a belt.
I got you, Steve.
What would you say your favorite genre of music is outside of EDM?
That's weird because like there's so many subgenres in EDM. Those are
taking
the
it
things
all
I'm
out.
Taking it all out.
Taking it all out.
Zero EDM.
Yeah.
Alternative rock,
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Alt rock, yeah.
Cool.
Dude, the alt rock vibe.
I can get
Yeah,
into
alt
some
rock
alt
vibes.
rock.
Pump goes pop or pump goes rock.
Oh, dude, the cheese, but oh
It's
my
so
gosh.
good.
Wait, I actually have a question here. So we were talking in the beginning, like you work with a lot of rappers.
No,
Have
No,
you worked
not-
with like
not too many.
rappers?
a
But-
few, yeah.
I mean, do you feel like you're pulling rappers out of the mud like you're training Marines?
No, because I've given up on anything of that sort.
Yeah.
If someone wants to pull themselves out of their mud and show me that, I'll put in the effort to pull them up even more than they ever could themselves. But besides that, I'm not going to put effort even into finding anybody. Like, I'm I'm hustling myself right now. You know what I mean? My music isn't on yet, and that's what I need to focus on mainly before I could ever even think about doing something like that and bringing the people that I want to bring up before they even put in the effort, because I don't even know if I would do that. Because
So basically, at this point, you're all out of favors.
I'm not all out of favors. If people show me that they are working and that really want this for the right reasons, I see that, and I see right through the bullshit now. I've seen it so many times, and I'm done with it. So to put myself in front of it or to ever even entertain it is completely out of it. I'm done with that now. You know what I mean? But if I see that somebody is really like on it and they really want it, then it's completely different.
Yeah, I feel like it also depends, like, when you listen to, like, for instance, like, say a rap artist sends you something, or just any type of artist sends you something, like, the first thing that's going through your head is probably, I mean, if I had to guess, is, can this work with my music? You know, like, I feel like you can change your music a little bit, but for the most part, if people want to work with you, they want to hear your type of music, you know?
Yeah, I mean, my mentor has told me multiple times that if you're working on a track to send somebody that you want to work on with them, you need to listen to their stuff and you need to make something specifically for them. But with my music, I make everything and anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I like to make absolutely anything because I never want to be put in a box.
Yeah.
I never want to be told. I never want my fan base to ever expect a genre from me. I want them to expect music from me, and that's it. And whatever that music is going to be accepted from my fans. And it takes a long time to get people on board that way, because everybody expects something in music. They want something, and that's it. I have to make them want anything I release.
Yeah.
So it's been a little bit harder to make fans stick, because I'll have one heavy track that gets all these fans, but then I'll release some vibes afterwards.
It's,
and
more
everybody's
mellow.
like, and then I'll lose followers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a matter of grabbing the people that are listening to music for the right reasons, are growing from music, and want to have better lives, even from the simplest thing like music. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, I like how you put that. So if someone, sends something to you and it doesn't seem like it fits at least what you've made before, but something clicks and you're like, wow, I could do something really cool with this, you'll totally take them up on it, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Do you like playing out? Do you like playing out?
Like all my music and stuff?
Yeah, like doing shows.
Yeah, definitely. It's just been it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
Like, even before COVID, it's just been a hassle that's been...
Yeah.
It's just hard. I want to play my own music live, and people expect to hear ragers most of the time. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I have enough of those to play an hour set of my own music, and it's all ragers type deal, but that's not what I want to do, and I want to get to the point where my production is getting me the gigs.
Yeah.
Because they want to hear all of it, not just specific tracks that are heavy. And I'll sit on the back burner because of it and not get shows, because, like, if music has taught me anything, it's taught me patience for sure. Yeah. And I'm willing to wait at this point in order to get the shows where people appreciate every track I'm giving them rather than just the heaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. What I really enjoyed about the hippie show was the guy who came on before. I'm sure he showed you a couple of songs.
Roman
Silver.
Yeah, he showed me vibes.
The way he transitioned it from like kind of like more chill house-ish to like heavier, bass EDM. The way he could do that and get the crowd to go with it, to where when hippie comes on, they can throw down heavy stuff and people aren't like taken back by it. They like almost expect it.
Yeah.
But the way that I think it's a great idea. I think more EDM places, like even heavier EDM places, should have a couple house artists on there and totally. Because I haven't seen too much of that, you know, like
Especially not the venue, not much.
Yeah. Like I would love to see like smaller places just start off with a couple like, you know, house people and get I feel like it's a perfect
It's like a
transitional.
It's a way to get people's bodies moving and like into it before you start headbanging and raging and stuff.
Everyone
like,
wants a good headbang. Like, that's just everyone.
Totally.
And that's why everybody is there. That's why they
that
don't
is
have
true.
house all the time.
Yeah.
That's why they don't have it.
Yeah.
Like even in those opening slots, because like you don't want people to come in and then like they're there for like this heavy person that throws down dubstep, and then they walk into house and they're like, and then they like 20 minutes later they're gone because they just heard house for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, actually, nah, let's just clear it.
I could see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think house is a staple in EDM.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that likes EDM needs to accept house in some type of way.
Totally.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a huge market.
Yeah,
for it.
personally, house is my favorite type of EDM music.
Yeah.
I love the vibes house gives off.
Yeah.
Like from deep to like super chill house. Like,
Roman
you can do a
Silver
lot
does
with
it really nice. Like
Clean.
from what I heard,
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the house vibe I really like.
Yeah. Cool.
So clean, like freaking Thanos' chin. So clean. No.
You gotta throw in one Marvel reference, right?
I found it clean. Anyways, we have some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Do we?
We do.
Hit me.
We have one. No, that's a would you rather.
Well, I like that one though.
But all right, we'll do this.
Oh,
Do you
God.
know? Would you rather know when you die or how you die?
I honestly wouldn't want to know either. But
You
if
have
I
to know
pick
one.
If I
You
had
have
to
to
pick
know
one,
one.
probably when.
When?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I
Let
wouldn't
me know
wanna-
when.
Yeah.
Let me just take the actual fall like a champ.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I feel
let
like
me
if
just
I knew when,
take
I'd
it,
be like
dude.
looking up, like, all right, this is that day. What? And I'd be looking up like the moon
Like,
cycles,
what
the
goes
planets,
on?
everything in orbit. Would I be in bed? Would I be doing this? And then it's like if I know when, then I'm just gonna choose to stay inside and sleep all day. And then I'm just like, oh well, I'm gonna die, so I might as well just. I
Or
don't know.
would that change
Make you-
the
right? 'Cause then
reality
you know.
of your death?
That's
Because all of a
true.
sudden you're just chilling in bed.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That-
Here's my thing though. If you
Yeah.
know how you die, like for instance, you know how you die, car accident.
Mm-hmm.
You getting in a car tonight?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Like that ruins everything, right?
That's true. That is true.
Like, yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah. I mean that would screw it all up. I would just take the day and
Yeah,
and I would know the day, so I'd be like, okay, I have 2 weeks to do whatever I want
And
right
would you
now.
tell anyone?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go steal from the Bank of Spain or like some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
do
You know what I
something
mean? Like,
crazy.
just do it.
Would you
dude.
tell anyone?
And I wouldn't even care. Like
Yeah.
I'll just walk out with like bricks of
You
gold and
wouldn't
just
even
get
care.
shot in the face.
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm
true.
gonna die.
You're
Dude.
gonna die.
Yeah, yeah.
Who cares?
That's a great question.
That'd be insane.
But what if?
Yeah.
That's a great question though. Would you tell anyone? Like you get the note. Okay, I'm living till this day. You telling her that you're living till that day?
Yeah, because like screw it, dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
Screw it.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm gonna know, like I'm gonna let her know for sure.
And I
Oh,
bet you
totally.
her number one question is to be like, shut up. How do you know?
Her question.
How do you know?
How do you know?
How
Yeah.
do you know?
I don't believe you. I don't
I don't
believe.
believe you.
What are you
Like,
trying to
hey.
tell me?
Hey, listen.
I know.
Yeah.
Asher, would you throw your dog off a 24-story building for $500,000?
No shot.
You wouldn't? You wouldn't even think about it?
I'm stabbing
I
it.
wouldn't even think about that, dude.
All right. I would have thought about it. I would have thought
I
about
would
it.
throw someone else's dog off.
I mean, no, your dog. It has to be your
I
dog.
mean, dude, if
500 grand, dude? Are
I
you
mean,
kidding me?
I would do
Think
it
about it at least.
because
Just
I
think
would
about
have
it.
someone right at the 20. I would.
No,
have
no,
someone
the
right
dog's
on
gonna die. The
little
dog's gonna
thingy
die.
That catches them.
The
dude.
dog's gonna die. There's
No.
nobody
The
there.
dog's not gonna die.
So you would keep the dog?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'd keep the dog.
I respect. I think I would do too, but I would definitely think about it.
Bro,
What has this dog
you
ever
would
done for
forever
me,
have
though?
to live with
Yeah.
the fact that
Yeah,
you
right.
just threw a
You-
dog
no,
off
no,
of
no. Oh, I'm sorry. I for-
25th.
I forgot
Dude,
something.
nightmares
I forgot
for
something. You
weeks.
don't have to look at the dog like fall. You could just turn
It
your
doesn't
back.
matter, bro. Toss it,
Dude, the nightmares you would have.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that you
500
toss
grand
it.
though.
Yeah,
500 grand.
But what if they're on their last legs? You know, it's like they're gonna
On their
No,
last
no.
legs.
like you give them a week and they'll be gone anyway. You know.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is true. That does. I mean, yeah, that is true. Look, you're dying in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put you in your misery and
Put you
buy,
in
like,
your misery.
What about-
a lot
Don't,
better
don't
dogs.
take you out of your
What-
misery.
what
I'm
do
gonna put you in your misery.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna put you out of your misery.
What do you think about people who say she only blocked you because she wants to see you in person?
I don't think that's true. I've blocked so many people for so many reasons.
Did you want to see them in person though? Not one.
No, never,
Not one.
ever. No
Okay.
shot.
No, yeah.
Ever.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just a question. but-
Honestly, I don't think that scenario's ever fit into my life.
Never.
Yeah, I can see how maybe
It
it could.
depends, though. I could see that happening for you, Steve.
Yeah, yeah.
So I could see that for you, for sure. And I like that for you, dude.
I appreciate
They
it.
just want to see that tripod
I
one
want
more
Steven
time.
to have a mutual blocking with someone and then end up with them.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
look,
if anyone's into Steve, just give him a quick block.
Give him a quick block.
Follow him
I'm taking, dude.
so
I'm
he
taking.
sees it.
Every single
And then
girl.
block him because he'll see it. He'll know. And then
He'll know what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, don't follow me. If you want to be with me,
And
don't
then-
follow me. Block me.
he'll find you.
We'll find
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Man,
Block him.
what a laugh.
All right. What's your life consist of without music?
And could you work a 9 to 5?
I could.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I do that musically kind of right now. So I know if I have to put myself into that space, I can do it. But besides that, like, what does my day consist of when I'm
Yeah.
not working on music?
Maybe a hobby, you know,
I mean, music has become my hobby and what I do,
which is a good thing.
for sure. I mean, besides that, I Uber
send me
I
fire
Uber Eats
shows.
for work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's easy. I was Ubering, but the constant talking with people and having them in my car is just like, I was done with that.
How about
Yeah.
this?
You know
If
what
you
I
weren't
mean?
making music all day, what would be stuff that you would like love to that would take up your time? If music
I
wasn't on the
honestly think
table.
that some type of sport.
Yeah.
You know, I think I would like to fight in some type of way.
Mm.
I don't know if I would fully enjoy like full on UFC, like having to like do that all the time.
Jake
Like,
Paul?
knocked out
Did
every
you hear
other
that,
day.
Jake Paul?
bro, it's a lot, dude. Jake, where are you, Jake? Jake Paul, bro.
Jake Paul.
Come at me, dude.
I could see you being like a
Bro,
taekwondo
he's actually
master.
gonna come at me. Could you imagine? He's like, who is this kid, bro?
Yeah. No, I could beat him. Write that down.
What tattoo hurt the most?
Ooh.
Very good question.
My stomach.
Ooh.
I couldn't even finish it. I've
Yeah.
never
Did you
had.
cry?
Dude, I was crying. For a little
No shame in that.
No,
No.
it
Look in
was,
the camera while you say that.
I was crying a little bit when I got my stomach tattoo.
All right. Favorite tattoo. Is there one that pops out?
Yeah, my leg, honestly, like,
Oh boy, that's a thick boy right there.
yeah, he's doing, like, this is all my new artist.
Yeah.
And I had some work from an artist in LA that just did some stuff for me for free on my arm here. So I'm starting, like, the covering up process of that.
Yeah.
So that's what this all is.
Yeah.
And this will probably turn into my favorite thing because the fact that it's just so black, I like that a lot.
Really?
I like covering like space,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so
I
I
like
like,
the
the
Florida.
idea of it for sure.
Do you ever see yourself being like, all right, I'm done with tattoos. That's enough, you know?
I don't think so because even when I end up having a ton of black, I'm gonna go with white designs over them.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
saying you're gonna transition
I
over.
thought you were gonna say you're gonna do your eyes. Like people tattoo their eyes now. What do you think
Oh,
about
would that ever be on the
Yeah.
table?
I actually, you can ask Bianca. I was thinking about it
No.
for just a bit because, like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not.
Okay. Calm down, people. He's not gonna do it.
Yo, the eyes are like the gateway to the soul. You feel me?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally.
I know.
Like you can't look in someone's eyes and see purple in their white. Like no.
Yeah,
Stop.
you're right. I think you're right.
It looks epic.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of wanted to do it. But I was just gonna do a very light blue, so light that you could barely even tell that it's not white. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Unless
like
you
a
look
tint.
super close, and then you could tell it's not white there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But
feel
still, I don't want to do it.
I get like a
because no.
small middle finger, so when I have to go to the eye doctor, which I inevitably do because I don't have great eyes, when I do the little picture test when they would sign up, they'll just be like a little middle finger there.
Flicking them off. Flicking them off.
Or lip tattoos. That's a thing.
It's so funny.
Lip tat.
I heard
Lip
those
tats.
hurt.
I heard those hurt, and they go
Yeah.
away. Is what I heard. Like
Worth.
Yeah.
Worth.
I don't think it's practical.
It's not worth it. Either.
Yeah.
It's not. You're
Yeah.
getting all that pain for what? You don't even get the payout. You get the
Yeah.
payout for like a year. And
Wait,
you're
wait,
like,
yeah.
oh, hey, look.
Hey, yeah, and it's like
like
whenever
a-
you want attention, you just gotta.
It's like a
Hey,
fruit by the
guys, look
foot
at
lip
me.
tat.
And it's usually like a I party. They're
Yeah,
like,
I party.
Slut.
Slut,
Stop.
ruthless.
Would you say all your tattoos mean something though? They all have a meaning.
I was just gonna transition. into
Let's
that.
go, dude. Hey, get on my head,
our
bro.
last
Get on my head.
podcast, we were like, should tattoos have a meaning? And I guess our conclusion, for the most part, was like,
We really didn't
not
reach one.
really. But if you go up to someone and say, hey, like, that's a cool tattoo, like, what is that? And they go, I don't know, like, that's a little weird, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like, okay.
yeah. Like, if it doesn't mean something, make it a story or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
No.
least make up something.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Like the Benghazi frog. I've been thinking about getting that one for a while.
I just like to treat tattoos like just moments in my life where like, okay, like this is where I'm
This-
at, and this is kind of like
this
I'm
is where
getting
I'm
this.
at.
This is the art
Yeah.
that I'm getting, and it means something to me
Hey.
personally.
Enough to get it tatted. Like,
Yeah.
okay, boom, this is a time that I feel this
yeah,
means
I
enough
feel like
to
I'm
get
going
it.
through enough
yeah.
change right now personally, and then like, all right, this is where I'm at. This is how I feel.
Yeah, but what if
No,
you're going
it's
through a
And that
horrible...
means a lot to me.
If
It
you're
means
going
a
through
lot.
a bad time
and it's
and you get a
therapeutic
tattoo...
because you go through it to get it on your body.
Exactly.
But it's
Yeah.
a constant
hurts,
reminder
and you
of...
go through it for hours to
Yeah.
get that.
I guess. I mean, you're just going... I mean, it's if you're going through a bad time in your life, you're like depressed. Yeah, that's a moment you can get a tattoo. But then you're always... Even when you recover from it, you're like, yeah, I was depressed. And it may
But
seem
that could
like,
be a good
oh,
thing, though. That could be a
maybe.
good thing that you can look back on it and be like,
It
hey,
is.
I'm not there anymore, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
The key would
I
be
guess.
to just keep the idea in hand, and when you get out of the depressive state, then go get yadded.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't look back on where you were in life and ponder on it without triggering yourself, then you're not out of that point.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You're still there because
That's deep.
you,
yeah,
you
that's-
gotta completely accept everything in order to like move forward. And like, I think that definitely is a thing. Like, if you're gonna get a tattoo of some point like that, you better know that you should, when you get out of it, you're gonna be able to look at it without triggering yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like that'll happen for sure.
Yeah.
But I think to truly get out of something, you'll never be triggered by that thing again.
Mm-hmm.
And like things need to just be dead and gone at some point, you know?
Not
Yeah.
to quote Justin Timberlake.
Go ahead. Say the
Dead
quote.
and gone. Dead and
Yeah,
gone.
that is definitely...
Dead and gone. Home and yeah, right. Justin,
Yeah.
is that okay? I was making sure.
All right, I got a new segment. This was straight fresh from our last podcast. I'm deciding to keep it going.
Okay.
It is called, But Are You Really That Smart?
No, dude.
No,
Not
dude.
at all. I promise.
All right, well, I only
This
got,
is the
segment,
perfect
bro.
person to do that.
I got 3 questions for you today on But Are You Really That Smart?
Okay,
Let's
it was
do it.
good.
Who is Tim Bergling?
Tim Bergling?
Tim Bergling
Okay, can we the topic of like their music related?
is a
Pass.
Swedish DJ.
Swedish DJ.
Pretty well known.
Okay. Yeah, well, not to me.
Wait,
I
okay,
have
all
no
right, how about
idea.
this? He's not alive anymore. He
Mm.
passed a couple years ago.
Swedish DJ, EDM music, passed
R.I.P.
away pretty recently.
Had a drinking problem, I
I
think.
definitely know who you exactly you're talking about.
Do you?
Yep. But we
Housey.
didn't discuss this before, but I already know it.
It starts with a A.
Avicii?
Avicii.
That's his name?
Yeah.
That's his name.
Okay, got
Tim
you,
Bergling.
got you.
Now you know. Which DJ is known for throwing a cake at the crowd?
Come on, son.
Steve Aoki.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I got it. Who's the highest paid DJ in the world?
Oh, they reposted one of your songs.
Stop. Why would you just do that?
The Chainsmokers.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
loves giving them away, man.
I do.
Pauly D.
Why do you do this?
Because I don't know.
Pauly D.
Pauly D.
Pauly D is one of the most highly paid DJs
No
in
way.
the world.
Really? Yeah.
up.
What's the show?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What's it, the show
With
called?
the
They're hanging out. They're all
Jersey
friends.
Shore?
Jersey Shore.
yeah. He has his hair's
You're
mad
lying.
crusty
Bro.
because he's
Yeah, yeah.
so much
Do you
gel.
like the show?
I feel like I get stabbed by it. No.
Is it the show with
No.
Snooki? No.
It's
It's
someone's been trying to get me. to
honestly,
watch it.
haven't
No.
watched enough of it. Don't think I ever will. But
is
Pauly
always
D,
good.
that's
Isn't that
interesting.
crazy? Because I mean, I guess it takes into account all the money he makes from the shows
Yeah.
and everything too, not only DJing. So
All this-
he's one
yeah.
of the most highly paid.
Yeah.
All this talking about music and everything, it's really making me think. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes,
Mm.
I do.
I do.
Honestly, I don't know what a ghost is.
Yeah.
First of all,
Does
second
anyone?
of all,
Does anyone?
I believe I believe that we have no idea how to even grasp what is actually going on.
Yeah.
Even in our world now and in our world after.
Yeah.
So you think
Like-
there's like stuff going on behind the scenes that we can't, our human brains and eyes can't even like notice, and there's like
Yes.
a warfare, like a, just like
Yeah, and I think back in the day, before everything was so, like, put in a bubble and everybody had to conform for years and years and years, and I think DNA gets tainted over the years, and, like, there's been so many generations of families that, like, now at this point, we can't see what we used to be able to see. Like it says in the Bible, we used to be able to walk and talk with God.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is not like that anymore at all. And so it's just a matter of...
to an extent. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it obviously depends on what you believe that is to be.
Yeah,
walking,
what that
talking
meant.
with God.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I also think that people saw more back in the day.
Mhm.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that people were able to see more because the brain was way less like jaded and like
Yeah.
worn down by like society's way of thinking and conformity,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah. We're, since we're born, we're taught to think this certain way now. That's just how the world is.
Yeah.
And I do think we're losing some of our, I don't know, I would say connectingness to the world maybe, or to ourselves
Yeah.
in a simple sense. But I do think that's a lot because of just how big a society's became and how, we're so attached to it.
Yeah, I mean, I also think that's huge. Being attached to it, being attached to society and what it brings.
Yeah.
Other countries, they go through like a ritual or a thing where they teach their kids young what death is. They teach kids that death is life, that we live in death. So they go through life without the fear of anything stopping, without the fear of anything putting themselves to a halt.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they live without any fear from that, which is something America does not do.
That's so
They
relieving.
do
too.
not, yeah, to relieve yourself of the fear of death.
Yeah.
Because everybody goes through it, but almost everybody in America is scared of it. But
Yeah.
death is life. We're temporarily here.
Mhm.
And what comes next is going to be so much better.
Exactly.
And that decision is up to you whether it's going to be better or worse later. You know what I mean? And I
Mhm.
think that accepting that opens the doors to breaking through any other anxiety that you have.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, sometimes it comes down to, okay, I'm going to die and I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you get to the point that, so why does it matter what I'm thinking about? Why does it matter to fix this anxiety? Why does it matter to do any of it? You
Yeah.
feel me?
I just
Totally.
hope that like when I die and I go to heaven, I'm just granted with the hammer of Thor.
Oh, you will be.
That's
dude.
all he wants.
I talk about it every night with God. I'm like, or
If anything,
He's literally
just
gonna
do it.
hand it to you as a joke. You're gonna not be able to hold it.
Like, some
and you're gonna
ego
fall
for
back
you.
down the
He's
earth, dude,
like-
through the clouds.
Here,
I mean,
motherfucker.
he
I was
must have
listening to you. You know.
I was listening to that pod.
Yeah, I was
man.
listening to you.
I didn't like the way you were making
Yeah.
fun of me a little bit, but I wasn't. I wasn't. I know you have a sense of humor because you made all of us.
Yeah.
Hey, that's very true in a way. Well,
Give you like a fruit roll up.
hey, Steve, where we at? I know we're at like
51.
Okay, so 51. Wow, 3/4 of an
I
inch.
didn't even
Yeah,
notice that.
right. I've been trying to like pace it off with the incense stick, so like I
It
know.
goes for an hour.
Maybe it's
Kinda
seeming
seems
like it, right?
yeah.
Favorite sock brand?
Stance.
Is that the only sock brand or?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the only sock brand.
Yeah.
Favorite alcoholic beverage?
I don't like alcohol too much.
But if you had to choose,
If I had to choose an alcoholic beverage.
I'd say Sprite from McDonald's.
Yeah, bro. For real.
Dude, I don't even know because I don't like any of it.
Yeah,
I-
none of it
I
is
can't
good.
even
None of it's
say,
good.
like, yeah, I like this. This is my favorite.
There's nothing that's
I don't
like-
like any of
it
it.
doesn't. Yeah.
There's nothing that stands out to you.
Nothing. Yeah,
Alright.
nothing.
All right, respect
All right.
that. Favorite rom-com or thriller?
Used to be Thriller, for sure.
Yeah,
Like I used to love that.
yeah.
But
Anime. He's an anime guy.
You like anime?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
Hey, anime's on the rise.
What's the one you just
Demon
watched?
Slayers, right?
Yeah, Demon
That's a
Slayer
good one,
is
right?
It is.
Yeah.
That's like one of those ones where like kids.
Do you
that-
watch? Hey, but do you
kids-
watch it in Japanese though?
No.
Okay. I can't do that either because I can't concentrate on like both the things.
Some people try.
I've only
me
watched
for
one.
not
I've only
watching
watched that one.
Japanese. Like somebody.
People say like they're
pro.
pro. People like saying, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bro, I watch it in Japanese." Like, dude, come on, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's like, dude,
It's a
I want
slight
to
flex, like-
relax, not read.
Yeah.
Like, can I just live in this place they're putting me in and not read?
That's how I think.
Yeah.
LeBron, Kobe. Why did you? After I say Kobe.
I just knew it would get mentioned one time.
Or
That's
D
it.
Wade. Or Michael Jordan.
No, I love D Wade.
Yeah,
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 D-Wade.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
say
Mr.
D-Wade
305,
because I just
Mr.
love
305.
D-Wade.
Yeah.
Totally. I feel like everyone has to say that around
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
100%.
Kind of off topic though. Listen, when's the last time you cried?
Probably.
When he was
pretty
getting that
recently,
tattoo.
dude. If I get by myself sometimes, like if I'm listening to the right song or like it just on Pandora, like something just comes on, like it's over, bro.
Bro,
Open the
yeah.
water.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
feel me? Because,
100%.
Like it's rare to where I get to be fully alone by myself and open myself up to that point where I can let things go like that.
It's those
And
random
when
hitters.
I do get to
Yes.
do that, I actually really enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's just a time where I can actually just forget what anybody thinks about me at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And I can just freaking let everything that's been held in for the past few months or whatever it is, just like go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
wind will blow the wrong way sometimes, like against me. I'm just like, I'm breaking down, I'm breaking down.
Speaking of
It
last,
hits your thigh right,
She's
and you're like,
yeah,
oh.
last time we were talking though, I was surprised to say like that. Yeah, like I listen to Pandora a lot because I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't really, you know,
I've noticed that. Yeah.
yeah, like a lot of people have kind of it's
Gone
like
away from
Spotify
Pandora a
and that's
little
about
bit.
it. Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Music. Do you think Spotify artists are gonna be able to make it big like they used to? I mean, not Spotify, SoundCloud. Apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all just about what you do and how it hits. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I could put, $2,000 into SoundCloud only
Yeah.
for promo
Yeah.
and put out a song that everybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sean, our cousin Sean,
Power?
he said, I'll do lyrics that everybody wants, bro. Let's just make a song, bro,
Okay.
that everybody wants. And we've been talking about it, but I've just been so busy. But I feel him. He knows that it'll
Yeah,
go. He
he
knows
does.
that he could make it go. He knows what people want, and I do too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
let's say you just make exactly what people want in music. It's hip hop, and it's just slapping on the sub and the 808s.
Yeah.
And it's just fat. And
Yeah.
it goes hard, and it
People
hits
are
the
gonna
radio.
trend.
You put money into only SoundCloud.
Now
post it
TikTok
on
is a
only
thing.
SoundCloud,
Yeah.
and then like it could go. You know what I
Totally.
mean? It could go for sure.
I think TikTok could boom it too.
Oh
Unfortunately,
yeah, that's crazy nowadays.
That's
With
how
music.
a lot of artists are like blowing up on TikTok
Yeah,
now, right?
a lot.
Insane.
Cool.
So, what do you think about Afghanistan and Kabul to end it?
To keep it light for the end, you know.
I try to keep myself out of any like thing
Dude.
that's going on in the real world. To be honest,
Same, bro.
for the most part, of things that I can't control, because I want to know what's happening, but I don't want to stress on things I can't control.
Yeah.
And until I can control things, I'm going to put myself in the position. I'm going to work hard to put myself in the position to get to where I can control things.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Things that were recently unable to be controlled on my end.
Yeah.
I can now do that because I have the funds, I have the credibility, the name, whatever it is,
Yeah.
to do these things. And
Then you can focus on what's important to you, you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it's terrible. I think there's
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I don't know why.
That was a stupid
I don't know
I'm
why
surprised you even
anybody would be
attempted it.
pulled out
Yeah.
Oh.
from something we've been fighting for so long.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Yeah.
What was the point? Obviously, it all went to shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough
Yeah.
to speak on it. You
feel
get what
that.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Besides how I feel on that, about them being pulled out after, like, we know people, bro. Mikey
Yeah.
that had died, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
The amount of injuries and things that happened to him during all of that, and then they just get pulled out.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
The horror stories. Like the horror stories I've
Yeah,
heard.
he told me so much.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that they're just out. What was the point of everybody there now?
Yeah.
Before, it's annoying. It pisses me off. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Totally.
Everyone just needs to listen to your music, and they're all peace will be a thing.
Exactly.
Hey, on that note, if you haven't yet, go check out Asher Shashaty on pretty much any platform you want.
We're
He's
wearing
there.
his merch.
We're wearing the merch. Very nice merch.
Yeah.
I've been repping it quite a bit. Yeah. And hey, I appreciate you coming on and hanging with us.
Yes, dude.
It was a fun night.
Heck yeah. Pre-save link for the song "Laying Low" is gonna be in the bio for this YouTube video.
In the bio.
In the bio.
In the biosphere
And you've heard it before because it's the intro for this one.
to the pod.
But I finished it, so we're in there now, and
It's
it's coming out
crispy.
everywhere.
It's crispy.
Amen.
Amen.
Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, 6 more subscribers for our giveaway. Hey, take it easy.
Oh, I gotta be.
Yeah, I gotta pee too.